Now then, Douglas McMaster reporting for the Zero Waste Cooking School. Today we're embracing imperfection in the form of a delicious tagine. These nightshades were deemed unfit for the supermarket due to their blemishes and irregular shapes.
Go for it.
No. No. Globally, nearly 45% of the fruit and vegetables are wasted. In the UK, nearly 90% of that food waste is ascribable to the supermarkets. We must rage against that absurd system. It's an injustice to the farmer's precious bounty, and it could be prevented by cooking this aubergine. Mic drop. Food tastes better the way nature intends, and nature intends for the odd blemish and wonk. I realise that wonk isn't an actual word. Anyway, enough of the verbose jibber jabber. It's time to crush some flavour. We've got the turmeric, the garlic and the ginger. Peel straight into a compost bin. Really easy, like that, no problem. Just a word of warning when dealing with this culprit. This is turmeric, fresh turmeric, and it will stain your pinkies orange. But they smell great, so it's okay. Take your spicy roots onto your board and just chop them into small little bits. Just make the liminal stages of this crushing a little bit more controlled. Yeah, if you've had a stressful day. Meanwhile, when you're crushing your flavour, preheat your oven at 180 degrees and then return to crushing. So I've crushed it to quite a fine paste. You don't have to take it that far, but if you have had a stressful week, I highly recommend it. So now we have our spices, some Szechuan pepper, some cinnamon and some cumin. We're just going to pop it on a heat-proof dish and toast it at 180 for 6 minutes. Also, the hazelnuts. So this is just to finish the tagine for a nice crunchy texture and nutty flavour. Again, at this stage, while the oven's on, we're going to just toast everything together, as it all takes 6 to 7 minutes. Don't cut your veg too small. You just want we want this to have nice chunky textures. Yeah, perfect. They need another 2 minutes. So with the hazelnuts, do give them a peel. Just take your hand and run them through your fingers, and basically all of the shells will just kind of come cleanly off. Just give them a chop once through the middle. Grab 2 at once just to save you a little bit of time. Crush these spices. So basically at this stage you want to whack everything in. As soon as this veg starts sweating down, it will evaporate all the moisture and then reduce so much of its size. Do put the salt in at this early stage, so that will suck out all of the moisture. So the beauty of this tagine recipe is it's a one-pot wonder. Chop all your veg, crush all your spices, whack everything in at the same time, pop the lid on. Don't worry if you don't have a tagine pot like this. Any pot will do, as long as it's a vessel that can withstand the temperatures of the oven. Cheers. Nice one. While the tagine is doing its thing in the oven, we're going to cook some couscous. You're probably very familiar with this couscous, but today we're going to opt for this giant couscous. You have 1 part couscous, 2 parts water. Pop a lid on so it's tight, and then just on a medium heat, bring it to a boil, turn it down to a really low heat, and basically cook it until there's no moisture left. To finish the tagine, we're going to use a nice yogurty condiment. We're just going to take some mint, really finely chop it. Yeah, it's just so complimentary and so sort of indicative of that Middle Eastern cuisine. So yeah, just literally chop the mint fine and mix it through the yogurt. It smells unbelievable. Look at that. Okay, so now to finish, we're just going to season our couscous. This is pre-weighed, and just give that a mix. This is still warm as it's just finished cooking. And so then with the yogurt condiment, some hazelnuts. So there we go, the completed Imperfect nightshade tagine. Of course, at no stage during this tagine did I ever think those vegetables were imperfect. They were the way nature intended, and they will be all the more delicious. Speaking of delicious, let me... This is a spicy little number. More so than I realised, considering there's no chili in, but that Szechuan pepper goes hard. Yeah, well, that is the end of this very spicy transmission.